Hello everybody and welcome to Marauder Mining. Today we're going to talk about cryptocurrency prices and investing. The markets have been way down lately and the Fed is going to have a meeting this week. Also, the Biden administration is talking about having an executive order in regards to cryptocurrency. I particularly think these are going to be in regards to stable coins because this is one thing they've been talking about quite a bit. But anyways, as we can see here, you guys all know the last week, Bitcoin, this is 13.37%, which may be correct, but that seems kind of low to me. Ethereum's 24% down. BNB 22.71. Cardano down 33.16, XRP down 20%, Solana down 35, Dogecoin 19, Terra Luna 15, Polkadot 29, Avalanche 27, Shiba Inu 27. We've just been seeing a sea of red. And the good news is that I see this turning around eventually. I think the market's going lower. Just on research that I've done myself, I think we could see an $1,800 Ethereum, and if it drops below the 1557 mark, we could even see Ethereum as low as $800 because there's no support until $800. But I think when it comes back, it's going to come back stronger and we're going to have higher highs than ever before. But here's the deal, is with investing, you got to remember, you buy during these times, you sell during times like October. October was great. This is the way you got to make money. And when you think it's going to keep going up and up, that's exactly when it comes back down. So I'm going to tell you, if you're making 20-30% on a coin after buying it here, probably sell it. And I'm not a financial advisor, so do your own research. I'm not responsible for your investing. I'm just offering you public information that's out there. So we're going to read this. Bitcoin slid sharply after the Federal Reserve released minutes of its December meeting with policymakers indicating growing unease over inflation and potential for interest rates to start rising as soon as this March. Bitcoin was down more than 4% to 44,200. Now it's way down lower, falling from around 46,000, soon after the Fed made the minutes public. Fed officials indicated that inflation readings and tight labor conditions could warrant an interest rate increase sooner or at a faster pace than participants had earlier anticipated. The minutes from December 14th-15th meeting of the bank's Monetary Policy Committee also indicated that the Fed may start to pare back its $8.8 trillion balance sheet relatively soon, after raising its benchmark federal funds rate. The sell-off in Bitcoin coincided with sharp downturns in equities, with tech taking it pretty hard. The Nasdaq Composite Index was off 2.7 to 15,190, faring worse than the broader S&P 500, which was down 1.4% to 4,725 shortly after 3 p.m. Now, we all seen what happened with crypto, and the thing is when you got government regulation coming on, you got talk of interest rates going up. Bitcoin and all these other things are not affected by these things. What they're affected by is the stock markets. So when you have these stock markets drop, and you got these big whales that got their money in there, okay, but they also got their money in the stock market as well. And what happens is they have margin calls, and they have to sell something in order to cover those margins on their losses. And the easiest thing to sell is Bitcoin. It's the easiest thing to sell, and for most most wealthy people, it's probably one of the things that they made the most money on. So they kind of hedged their bets with Bitcoin. And this is why Bitcoin dropped. When the stock market dropped, margin calls. And then all of a sudden, you got all these people looking for money, and they sell their Bitcoin. And this is why I think what has dropped the market. We got the Biden administration to release an executive order on crypto as early as February. Now, I don't think they're going to be as hard as other countries that we've seen. I think they're just trying to get some regulation in there. As to what it is, I don't know. And honestly, I don't trust the government to do anything right. So let's hope that it's not very bad news, because that could definitely drive Ethereum down. It's probably going to be a few months before we see a complete recovery in crypto. If you look at Bitcoin's history and the charts, okay, Bitcoin goes up and it comes back down, and it takes a few months to go back up. And this happens often. There has been a few times where it stayed in a bear market for a year or two. Well, not a bear market. I mean, it continued upwards, but not like we've seen over the past, year. So let's just hope that we have a good year with crypto, and that these things don't affect us too dramatically. Ethereum is hit pretty hard. We were just talking about that, over the 7-day, I think it was down 20-30%, but look at the value, because people know it's a bargain. That's why Bitcoin's up today. It's because people know at the price it is, it's an absolute bargain. I think, like I said, we could see 1800 on this. It depends on how bad the news is coming out of the Fed, and then also what we see in the executive order coming from the Biden administration. Shiba Inu, it's been way down. But again, I think this is a bargain price. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. These are all buying opportunities. I mean, Saitama. Now, Saitama's had some issues with their wallet and stuff, but I think when they get the wallet up and running, you're going to see this reverse. You're going to see this reverse a lot. I think they have a lot of other good catalysts coming up in the future, and I think 2022 is going to be a good year. I think we're just starting rough. I'm going to say by the end of March, I think Saitama will turn around. Now, not to say it won't be affected by things like the Fed and the Biden administration, and I'm sure that when bad news comes out, we're going to see it trending downward, but we're also going to see catalysts that take it upward, and this is good for Saitama. Shinobi's got a lot going on for it right now. It is getting listed on all these exchanges right here in the next 30 days. So we got Probit Exchange 125.22, LBank Exchange 131.22, BitTrue Official 27.22, Gate.io 214.22, and SafeMoon Swap 218.22. And all these are going to be catalysts that fuel this to go higher. And I'm just going to tell you, with looking at the price and the chart for Shinja, because of the catalyst it's had, we can see this like up and down, up and down, up and down. And, that's from the 22nd on. It was kind of getting killed for a long time here. But since it got listed on, I think it was Bitmart, it's been doing pretty well. And so we got this up and down, and I think this doesn't seem to be as affected by the market conditions as other coins right now, and I think it's because of all the catalysts that we have coming behind it. Now, I'm going to tell you that I would probably only hold it until all the catalysts are done, and see what happens from there, and then maybe rebuy. You could just hold it. A lot of people just hold it, but I think if there's not more catalysts coming, in the near future that they've talked about, I got to pull back from the project. And the reason why is because everything we see going on, and if we don't have catalyst, that's not going to prop up the price. So we need something to keep going, to keep propping up that price in order to keep this price decent, in my opinion. Okay. The other thing that's happening with Shinja that I did not mention is at 50,000 holders, they're doing a huge burn of coins. I don't know the exact number, but it's big, and we are only we're only like 970 holders away from this huge burn. So that's another upcoming catalyst. They have, burns quite often, it seems, and that also helps the price. Some of these other coins, need to kind of do the same thing. See, Shinja new all-time high is imminent, and I agree with this. We set all of our time high only being listed on one exchange. We have 5 upcoming listings in the next month to bring our total exchange listings to then 8. Of course, not financial advice, but do your own research. And that's the same thing I'm going to tell you. Do your own research. And this is why they're talking about this. Remember me talking about that 50,000? Okay, we're at 49,263, 50K incoming. And the reason why they're posting this is because they're going to do a burn. And, the tokenomics behind this is pretty cool too. 3.5% to the liquidity pool, to marketing, 5% back to the holders and reflections. So, they're doing a lot of different things. And, I'm really excited about this coin, and I hope they keep catalysts coming, and I hope I can stick with them, because right now, with the way the markets are, like I said, if you don't have something driving price, you're going to have everything that's negative working against you, and you're going to be sitting where SHIB is right now, because there's not a whole lot of catalyst coming for SHIB other than, a speculative Robinhood listing, which isn't a for sure thing. Nobody can say whether it's a for sure thing. And maybe it is a for sure thing. Maybe that's why they said February, because they were waiting on this executive order from the Biden administration for guidance. Anyways, do your own research. If you like this kind of content, please like, subscribe, and share with all your friends.